Hello and welcome again to actually the first match of the quarterfinals. Today we have Void vs Ice. I'm your host Troubled PKGD as always. I'm here with my co-host FoxDMX that will be explaining a little bit about today's event.
So for today's match, the players will be competing on Down Base for 15 minutes, Dimension Breaker for 20 minutes, and then Wild Rose for another 15 minutes.
With that said, I think it's time for us to introduce our players for today's match. So, moving over to our main event screen here, we can see representing the Void clan, we have MobileBot, we have Magmeta, and over for the Ice clan, we have Skyreox and ez-dco. So, MobileBot, how are you feeling about Down Base and how are you feeling about your practice?
I'm tired. I'm sick. We ball.
Oof, okay, well, best of luck. Moving on to Magmeta, same questions to you. How are you feeling about the match?
Pretty good, honestly. I mean, this is the first time I'm actually here live, because last time, due to scheduling conflicts, we had to pre-record due to the whole mess with that. But, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, obviously, I think I'm probably going to be doing just fine. It's just the spam at the end is so dumb, regardless if you do it click pattern or alternating. Like, I would be very surprised if I don't see people die there a lot, so.
Completely fair. Well, again, best of luck. Moving over to Skyreox, how are you feeling about Down Base?
I mean, it's one of the few extremes that I really didn't want to play again, and right now my arms are really sore because of the spam, mainly because of the Indian.
Gotcha, yeah, so a lot of problems with the spam. And Easy does not want to be having an interview, so at this point we are about ready. If everyone can hit the refresh button, the update button below the red X. If MobileBot can do that as well, there we go. Alright, we're going to start our 15-minute timer in 3, 2, 1, go. The 15-minute timer starts. I am going to try my best to help Defin here. There we go. Alright, awesome. So, Down Base. Actually a level, for the first time, that me and Fox have both beaten. We do have experience with this level. It's not good!
Yeah, it's not the greatest thing.
But, I mean, it depends. I mean, okay. There's several ways you can look at this. It is a wave level, and a lot of people are really good at wave, although, again, it does have that really janky spam towards the end. So, you know, that's kind of dependent. You could either be really good at it, but for the most part, that kind of feels luck-based, like the players were saying. Right now, oh, actually, I should mention, the qualifying percentage for this level is 27, and you have your bonus multiplier starting at 39, 63, and 100% as always. I'm going to talk a little bit about our Void players, starting with MobileBot. Their hardest is Limbo. They've also beaten levels like the Plunge, Walter White, and Ordinary. They're top 500 on Pointer Crate, and is very good at bad levels, so this is a bad level. I should talk about Magmeta, but Magmeta is actually currently in the ending, which, if you know the balancing of this level, you might see that 2x multipliers at 63%. It's a very, very good shot. We'll be seeing a completion for Void here. And we do.
And
there we
is.
go.
Wow.
So, Magmeta gets a completion. Talking to Magmeta, Magmeta's hardest is Saul Goodman, which... Is this the Saul Goodman song that's playing right now? That's a coincidence. They've also beaten the Angare and Sonic Wave Infinity, also top 500 on point rate, and tied record holder for extremes in a day. MobileBot also getting a completion for Void. This is a really, really good start for Void here. They're 415 points ahead of Ice at the moment. We will talk about our Ice players shortly. These are two monster teams in the GDCT, both getting a clean sweep in the round of 16 against their opponents. So very, very good teams that we have here for our first quarterfinal match.
Void taking a very large early lead though. This is a very good start for them.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right. Right now we see Magmeta currently in that 1.5 times multiplier range, on the way to that 2 times multiplier range.
Skyreox also on a very good attempt, approaching the 2 times multiplier as well.
Oh, does die, but I think that's 1% into the 2 times multiplier, so that is good points on the board. In fact, good, well-needed points for Ice. They are currently behind by 283 points. MobileBot, in fact, Magmeta about to get another completion here. Okay, they're consistent.
Definitely. I do find it interesting that they put the 2 times multiplier at the beginning of the, I guess you could call it the second wave. That's what I call it. The ending, the last wave.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah. Instead of after it, I guess. Well, I mean, they seem to be complaining about the spam being hard, but maybe they didn't find it as hard as they let on.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think generally that spam is from what I remember of playing it, you can get kind of consistent at it, but it is you practice it a lot and it's very chokeable.
That is for sure.
Right now we see MobileBot on another really good attempt here. Yeah, it looks like we might be seeing another ending attempt here. So this is very good chance this is going to be a completion. There is one click in the ball that is slightly chokeable. I think I died to it from 0.
That's tragic.
Alright, and that's another completion for Void, which actually opens the point gap to 836 points.
It is looking very good for Void in this match. I would like to take some time, however, to talk about our Ice players, starting with Skyreox, the hardest of Ordinary, and they've also beaten levels such as Starlight Summit and Zodiac. So very interesting little top 3 there from strange levels. Other than Zodiac, but you know what I mean. And then moving on to Easy. Hardest that I've actually never heard of this level before. X84 is their hardest. I believe it's around... Actually, let me double check where that is on a Reddle, so I'm not...
Unfortunate death from Skyreox there in the second wave. Magmeta in the ending again, and MobileBot also on the way there.
Absolutely insane for Void.
Ooh, MobileBot does die. Magmeta does get the completion, though.
As I was saying, Easy's hardest is X84, which is around 200 on a Reddle. I believe it's 225, and they've also beaten levels such as Apotheosis and Ghoul.
Very interesting set of hardest completions there. Very unique hardests. Yeah, both Void players are just constantly making it to that qualifying, constantly making it to that first bonus multiplier.
Yeah, over 1,000 points ahead of, or just under now, 1,000 points ahead.
Yeah, there we go. Opening that gap back up to 1,121 points now. I think at this point already, I mean, okay, again, we talk about this a lot. Theoretically, I'm sure Ice can take over Void at this point, but the scenario in which that needs to happen would be that Void need to stop getting qualifying attempts and both Ice players need to start getting completions every attempt. They have time. If they were to both start getting completions every attempt, they would be quite a bit ahead of Void. But again, how likely is that to happen, especially with Void, you know, constantly getting points on the board here? You know, for them to both just stop.
Exactly. MobileBot on another rounding attempt.
Very curious. I do want to see how Magmeta does the spam. Like, does Magmeta alternate for the spam? I haven't really been able to see that. MobileBot does get another completion. First player to get over that 1,000 point mark. Okay, Magmeta's doing a click pattern. Got it.
I can't imagine trying to alternate with tournament nerves, so I don't blame her.
You can imagine trying to alternate as is, my friend. Okay, no.
That is true. You're not wrong.
I'm the same.
Like,
I'm completely the same.
Yeah.
Alright, MobileBot currently at 55. Definitely on the furthest attempt at the moment, so all eyes on MobileBot.
Actually, I haven't paid attention to this. I wonder if any of the players are taking the little swag route at the very beginning of the level.
Oh, you're so right. I have my doubts, though. It's not that hard, though.
Yeah, looks like Easy isn't doing it.
Okay, MobileBot gets another completion all the way up to 1,469
Oh,
points.
MobileBot does it. He does the swag route.
We actually see right now, both Void players by themselves have more points than the combined ice score at the moment. So they are just like, they're going crazy on this level.
With this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only that, but they still have just over 6 minutes left.
But this is only the first round.
That is very true. Ice can definitely make a comeback in the following rounds.
Oh, I don't know what just happened to my throat there. Sorry if that came through the mic. It was like a very small noise, but I was just like struggling. I was just like choking on air. I don't know.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed. We see Easy currently on a good attempt here. What is
I do believe this is Easy's best attempt. Yeah.
Lock in Easy.
They're approaching that 2x multiplier. I do reach it.
And they get a completion on the board. Oh, oh, that was a strategy I just saw.
That was an unfortunate death. MobileBot in the ending once again, but Skyreox is also on a very good attempt.
That is very true. MobileBot looking to get the completion. Yep. We're seeing a lot of completions in this round.
And this might be a first completion for Team Ice.
There we go. That is a completion for Ice. That's 250 points. That does mean Skyreox is close to 1,000 points now. The Void team got a combined score at the moment of 3,206 points. Currently 1,805 points ahead of the Ice team. With 4 minutes remaining, I think it's pretty safe to say Void is probably going to be winning this first round at this point.
Oh yeah, definitely. One thing we actually didn't mention is that now that we're on to the quarterfinals, the levels have gotten a decent bit harder.
Oh,
we're
yeah, that's
starting
very
with the
true.
hard here today instead of ending with one, and the other two levels that will be played today will be in the very hard and insane tiers. So definitely a bit of a step up in difficulty.
Yeah,
so it's very
large
impressive
step
to see
up.
these players still doing so well.
And actually, Magmeta and MobileBot in the ending right now.
Possible
Looks like we
double
might be seeing
completion.
a double completion, and yes, we are. That is 2 completions for the Void team. Another 500 points towards what they already had, putting them up to 3,706 points.
This honestly might be one of the highest
Combined scores
scored in a round. Yeah,
definitely. And then there's still 3 minutes left. Like I think this will be the first 4,000 in the JDCT.
it might be.
I'm pretty sure this will be the first 4,000.
Both MobileBot and Magmeta are on very good attempts again. This would actually be 3 in a row for MobileBot if they beat it here. We could be seeing down base is dead.
To answer the question in the chat, why the Erebus song is playing when they're playing down bass? Do you really want to listen to the down bass song for 15 minutes?
Oh, it sounds like just absolutely
awesome. Anyway, MobileBot and Magmeta getting another double completion again. That was actually
bringing them over
the little
4,000
chimes in the
points.
Erebus song just like happened right as the 2 completions happened. That was crazy.
I have been informed that this wouldn't be the first 4,000 point like combined score. However, I have a feeling it's still going to be the highest.
Oh yeah, because
just based off of the consistency we're seeing.
Yeah, there's a minute 45 seconds left. There's 4,206 combined score, and like both players are in the qualifying range right now. Could be going for. Would this be 3 in a row? Oh, Magmeta does die. I was gonna say if we saw 2 3 in a row happen at the same time, that would have been kind of crazy.
That would have been insane. That is down base is dead for MobileBot though. Possibly
so
going for 4 in a row.
It's looking very possible. It's all coming down to the spam here. And they died in the spam! No! That's so unfortunate. But they still got down base is dead. That's down base 3 times in a row. We got less than a minute here.
Easy on one of their best attempts so far.
Oh yeah, very true. Getting into that second wave. In that spam.
Oh my goodness.
I just get jump scared by that every time because every other player gets there and it's like duh, 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 duh. When Easy gets there it's just
Yep.
Alright, we got 25 seconds remaining. Players do get to finish the final attempt when the timer hits 0. So any death past that 0 timer will be that player done. Also, we just talked about the combined score of 4,591 points at the moment, but also 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Timer is up. Skyreox paused. Do we consider that done? I think so.
Yeah, that's
So Skyreox is done. I think Easy did die, and MobileBot, yeah.
Yeah, everyone has died.
Okay, there we go. First round is done. So, to announce the current standings, we have Void with a combined score of 4,591 points. Ice with 2,178, meaning Void not only wins this, but I'm pretty sure by like 99.9% that is the highest scoring performance we've seen a team do in the GDCT so far. So, I'm gonna let Fox talk to these players, see how they're feeling.
All right, starting off with MobileBot. How do you feel about your performance today?
I'm tired. I'm sick.
That's
Fair. I
tragic,
mean, you
but-
did very well considering your circumstances, so that was super impressive. All right, moving on to Magmeta. How do you feel about your performance today?
I did pretty well. I mean, I didn't die to the spam at all somehow. I did about as well as I did in my one practice round, give or take like 100 or so points. But, I mean, I think I did pretty well.
Awesome. I'm glad you did as well as you thought you were going to. And moving on to Team Ice with Skyreox, how do you feel about your performance today?
I think it was terrible, mainly because of the death on the last spam, and I think one at 69%. Yeah, I expected me to complete it 2 or 3 times in not only once.
Well, you played very well regardless. You still put up 1,500 points, which is super impressive.
Alright, and because Easy does not want to be interviewed, that does bring us to the end of this round. We're going to go into a break time. We'll be back in 5 minutes with Dimension Breaker. Yeah?
Yes.
That name, okay, it just didn't sound right when I said it out loud.
Breaker.
Okay, we're good, okay. To the break time. And we are back. Going over to our main event screen, we have Dimension Breaker representing the Void Clan. We have StarXV, we have Patrick61804. For the Ice Clan, we have Pépito, and we have Loxo. So, Star, how are you feeling about Dimension Breaker and the match in general?
I hope I can do fine because I haven't gotten as much practice as I normally do for a tournament, but I think I can do just fine if I'm able to get consistency fast and also stop choking at the ending.
Timer's running.
Completely fair. All right, well, best of luck. Hopefully you can just keep passing that ending. Patrick, how are you feeling about the match?
I mean, same kind of similar as Star, except more extreme. That I kind of wish I would have had a lot more time to play this. Not your own fault. I got more days than I could ask. I just finished finals, and I've been starting like the Battle of the States tournament, and all of that just kind of been. Oh, and also I worked yesterday with my. I just came home, so I spent some time with family, but I still think I can put on a respectable performance. Even though, as you'll see, I have not beaten the level. I've almost beaten it many times.
Right. Okay, well, all that, considering all that, I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully, you can surprise yourself with the performance. Moving over to the Ice Clan, is it Pépito? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. How are you feeling about the match?
I beat the level like 4 or 5 times already, so I think it's gonna be okay, but I just hope I'm not gonna die to the pre-drop like again and again, so
it's hard.
Okay.
I'll agree.
Yeah.
I'll agree. It's not good.
It's long, so you can repeatedly die there, and it might be annoying, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, I see. Well, you got 20 minutes. Hopefully you can get some good attempts past that pre-drop. If everybody can hit the refresh button below the red X, the update button. You will need to go to you'll need to exit the level to do that. There we go. Okay, awesome. So, I'm gonna do a countdown on go. The 20-minute timer will start. So, 3, 2, 1, go. 20 minutes begins. I'm gonna try hold deafen here.
All right.
Okay, awesome. Oh, that did cover up the screens. My bad. Okay, I was hoping it wouldn't do that. It's all good. It was only for a second. All right, Dimension Breaker by BIANOX. The qualifying percentages for this level are 29. We have a bonus multiplier starting at 44, 66, and 100. I do have a couple of these screens I need to quickly just mute. There we go.
What a strange level.
It is a strange
I
level.
always get this one confused with the, what is it, dimensional breaking, the insane demon.
So we have some information about our Void players. This is a longer level. It is XL, so it might take people time to get on some good attempts. However, right now I do see both Void players are still going, both at the same position on the level, both actually just reaching that 1.5 times multiplier. So again, Void on a really good start here. We do see Pépito at 40% as well. Fortunately, Loxo currently stuck at the beginning. To talk about our Void players, we have StarXV, whose hardest is Kyuki. They've also beaten 7th Club Step, Edge of Destiny, and Sinister Silence. They're top 400 on Pointer Crate, and they're representing the Philippines, being the #2 player from there. We see Patrick, whose hardest is Wazareta. They're also the owner of the GD World Tournament, and they have very good progress on Cognition. So, getting back into this, actually, StarXV on a really, really good attempt here. Could be seeing a completion. So, interestingly, they talked about the ending of this level being quite hard. But the qualifying percent for the 2 times multiplier is at 66, and we do see a completion from StarXV. That's the first completion of this round. 250 points to Void, already getting again, they are already a completion ahead, or over a completion ahead of Ice, but only by 2 points. Patrick also on a good attempt here. Loxo also in the qualifying range. I gotta just commit and say one of them. I can't say like the two things I could possibly pronounce as every time. Alright, so it looks like both Void players did die there. I didn't actually see that happen. I just looked back and they're both no longer in the qualifying range.
Loxo's still going though.
Yeah, Loxo is still going.
The 2 times multiplier.
Ooh, was that a death right before the 2 times multiplier? That is still good points.
Yeah, that was at 65. That is so
1% before the 2 times multiplier, but again, that does put it back inside of a completion game. However, we do see StarXV, who did just get to the qualifying range, and puts it once again back outside of a completion game. The current standings are 456 points to Void, 173 for Ice, meaning they are 284 points behind at the moment. But again, there's 16 minutes 25 seconds remaining. With only a point gap like that, Ice could definitely make a comeback here.
100%. Especially with Pépito on a very good attempt right now, currently at 47%. And that 1.5 times multiplier.
Ooh, does die to 50 though.
It's their second death at 50, so it seems like they might struggle with that. It's probably a few clicks, honestly, with how long this level is.
Alright, we see Loxo currently at 39% as well, so in that qualifying range, on the way to that 1.5 times multiplier, but also dies right before it. We're seeing a lot of players dying right before those bonus multipliers.
This is already looking to be a much closer round.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The Void is still keeping that early lead.
Yeah, we see Patrick in the qualifying range at the moment. Star and Loxo are currently around very similar points in the level. Patrick still going
to die at almost the same time.
Could be getting into that 2 times multiplier range. Hopefully not seeing another death right before it. Can Patrick make it to 66?
Patrick's furthest attempt of the round.
It's going to be very good for Void. They do want to... Yeah, there we go. So that, I think, yeah, definitely puts them back outside of a completion game. 352 points ahead of Ice, but Pépito is on a good attempt here, looking to try close that gap right back up, approaching that 2 times multiplier. Can they make it there? Yes, they can. They are at 66%. We do see Star back into the qualifying range, but Pépito is still going, looking to really close that gap, and it is needed for Ice here. It's a very important attempt.
Here would be huge.
And Star does die, so things are going how Ice need them to go at the moment to get that lead back. Pépito still going, could be getting that completion. Again, they did talk about an ending being tricky. And they get the completion. This is a really, really good completion for the Ice team here. That closes the gap down to 169 points. Again, they're not quite in the lead, but it is very possible for them to take the lead at this point, especially with everyone being currently at the beginning of the level.
We also need to keep in mind that if Ice loses this round, they will officially be out of the GDCT.
That is very true, because this is a best of 3, and Void have already won the first round, so if they win the second round, that is It's already Void secured their spot, and actually the semifinals. Again, this is our first quarterfinal match today. Right now, Pépito on a good attempt, but Patrick also on a good attempt. Patrick defending that lead for Void. Does die though, but Pépito dies as well. So the gap is still, I mean, it's a 152 point gap right now. Ice could so make this comeback.
Again, most players at the beginning. Star approaching that qualifying percent.
Of course, as always, even if Void does happen to win this round, we will be playing out the final round. Just again, out of respect for the players, because they put a lot of practice into it, especially for what will be our final level today, because it is the first insane tier, if I can speak. So yeah, it's a very hard level, and to get actually good consistency with something like that, it does take time. See StarXV currently in the 50s. Both ice players at the beginning of the level right now. Patrick on the way to the qualifying percentage. Void having a bit of an opportunity here to open up the gap and just run away with it. I do see Pépito did die again a second ago. Void have a very good opportunity right now to just keep that lead. My music just randomly decided it doesn't want to. There we go.
If Star gets this completion here,
it does not get the completion.
Ooh, wow.
But it is still opened up to a 355 point gap. And both players on ice are really struggling to make it to the qualifying right now.
Yeah, Ice is going to need another completion fairly soon if they want to make sure that Void doesn't start pulling away with the lead. However, since we have most players towards the beginning right now, I will take some time to talk about our Ice players in one moment. So, starting with Pépito, their hardest is Starlit Stroll, which is interesting. It's a pretty unique hardest, I would say. And they've also beaten levels such as Renovant and Bloodlust. Moving on to Loxo, they have a hardest of Cognition, and they've also beaten levels like Citra and Akira.
Very, very impressive. Right now, we do see both players on Void again on good attempts. Pépito and Loxo are also on pretty good attempts here. So they are trying to hold that position, trying to keep that gap as closed as possible. Okay, Patrick
Loxo
does
die,
but
right
Loxo does die as well.
The second, or the
1.5 times multiplier. Or 2 times? Do you mean 1.5?
Yeah. No, 2 times. They died.
Was that 2 times? Really? Okay.
Yeah, that was at 65. They died right before it. Very unfortunate death. Pépito's still on a good attempt.
Yeah, and StarXV on a very good attempt here. Realistically, if StarXV gets a completion here, Pépito really has to lock in. Star does die, so this does give Pépito the opportunity to steal the completion here and get more points.
Which is definitely needed at this point, with Void over 2 completions ahead.
We do see Loxo in the qualifying range though, and Pépito is still going. A completion would be really, really big for the Ice clan. Still going right at the end here. And they do get the completion. Loxo is still going, but Patrick is also in the qualifying range. In fact, on the way to that 2 times multiplier. So the gap is close up to 266 points. Loxo and Patrick really just having a battle here.
This is Loxo's first time in the 2 times multiplier.
also... Oh, Patrick unfortunately dies, and Loxo also dies. Okay, so the point gap right now is 278. It's still outside of a completion game. StarXV in the qualifying range. Pépito on the way there. 7 minutes 30 seconds remaining. Normally, or at least, you know, with the last round, we were pretty set on, okay, Void's got it. But this time, it's still too early to say.
Yeah, it is really so close. Void got that early lead, but Ice has been right behind them this entire time.
This attempt that StarXV is on right now, though, is very big, especially because Pépito just died in the 50s. So they've closed that gap down to 202 points, but Patrick and StarXV in the qualifying range start looking to get a completion.
This would be Void's second completion of the round.
Oh, they do die!
And they do die! Oh my goodness, that's the furthest death we've seen so far.
And right now, the only qualifying run is for Ice. $433 points sounds like a lot, but this is still very intense. Loxo does die, closes that point gap down to 343.
Ice is really gonna need another completion if they want a chance at catching up here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Patrick into the qualifying range, getting more points for Void. Realistically, the Ice Climb really need for Patrick to fail this attempt very soon. Star is getting stuck in the beginning here. Pépito dies not too far away from the qualifying. Loxo into the qualifying.
Loxo does die, meaning this attempt from Patrick is even better than it was before. Currently in the 2x multiplier, and he does die at 70, but that is still very good points for Void, putting them almost 2 completions ahead.
Oh yeah, 449 point gap. What really needs to happen right now for Ice to steal this win is if they could get a double completion and then hold their lead, that would be a plot twist.
Both Pépito and Star in the qualifying range, approaching that 1.5x multiplier.
How many points is a qualification? It is the equivalent to that percentage. So 29 is 29 points. Let's say 34 is 34 points. Once they reach 44, they get a 1.5 times multiplier. So it will be 44 times 1.5. And you see the other bonus multipliers underneath that in the middle of the screen.
Star with the death right before the 2x multiplier.
Very unfortunate. Patrick's still going though. Time is starting to run out.
Starting to look worse and worse for the Ice Clan as this round progresses.
Yeah, for sure.
Void has just been slowly pulling away.
Especially when you remember that this would solidify Void's placement in the semifinals, because this is a best of 3. Void already won the first round playing down base. Outside of a 2 completion game with just over 3 minutes remaining, not too sure. It's certainly not looking great for the Ice team.
Star in qualifying, everyone else kind of at the beginning of the level. Star actually hit 1,000 points, I did not realize.
Yeah, that is
impressive.
true. Pépito not too far away from doing that as well, and Patrick also really close to doing that. In fact, our highest scoring players are all very close to each other in points. See, Star still going. Gets into that 2 times multiplier range. Patrick also in the qualifying gets that 1.5 times multiplier range. It's going to be good points for Void. And honestly, I think this is going to be enough points for Void that they're probably solidifying their spot in the semifinals. I don't want to... The thing is, the level's over 2 minutes. There's less than 2 minutes remaining. And it's about to be outside of a 2 completion game. I mean, again, I don't know if it's impossible, but it's really, really unlikely at this point for Ice to take the win.
Especially with that completion
Yeah,
from Star and
gets
Patrick on a very good attempt.
That's 592 points. Patrick does unfortunately die, but that opens the point gap to 758. Void is really starting to run away with it now.
It is now impossible at this point
Oh,
for
yeah,
Ice
definitely.
to make a comeback.
Yeah, 1 minute remaining. We could see a Void sweep. Void did also sweep in the round of 16. That again, took on crazy. But Ice also did sweep in the round of 16 as well. As much as I would have loved to have a prize pool for this event, unfortunately, we were just not really in a position to do it. We're kind of just doing this out of love for the game, to be honest.
Yeah.
If we do another one of these in the future, I would definitely love to have a prize pool, but...
There is about 15 seconds left in the match. Or in the round, sorry.
Alright,
Both players approaching their final
Patrick's
attempts.
screen share is freezing in a really bad time, but it is back. Everyone is officially on their final attempt, so any death will be that player done. Patrick's screen share really acting up at like the worst possible time, unfortunately.
Oh,
Although
and Patrick
he did
is
die.
done.
Yeah, Patrick is done.
Patrick is finished.
Alright, we'll wait for everyone else to finish off their attempts.
Loxo currently in that
Pépito
1.5
did
times
die.
multiplier.
So it's
Pépito
just
is
StarXV
finished.
and Loxo at the moment. Pépito could stop playing. Yeah, there we go. Will we be seeing a completion on final attempts here?
That would be crazy. I do believe this may be Loxo's best attempt on the level this round.
Yeah, they're both on very good attempts here. This could be a double completion. It could.
It definitely could.
Yeah,
And Loxo gets their first completion of the round on their last attempt.
It's a very good way to end it. Unfortunately, StarXV does not get the completion there, meaning everybody in this round is done. To announce the standings, it is 2,784 points to Void and 2,022 to Ice, meaning Void does win this round and also win the match in general, as this is obviously a best of 3. We will let BoxMX talk to these players and see how they are feeling.
Alright, starting with StarXV, how are you feeling about your performance today?
I know I could have probably done a bit better, but like it's whatever because we won. But yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Completely
still the
fair.
highest scoring player this match, so you did very, very well.
Yeah,
All right,
thank you.
moving on to Patrick. How do you feel about your performance?
Well, first of all, Star, the place you died at the very end was the furthest I got, and I got there twice. And yeah, didn't beat the level, but honestly, the thing that I'm happy about is that I kept scoring. Like, honestly, between like 10 and like the qual range, I barely died. So it was just nice to keep being able to put points on the board, and that ended up helping us get the win. So
Yeah, you still did very well. You got over 1,100 points, so very, very impressive. And moving on to Pépito, how do you feel about your performance today?
I'm pretty glad I beat the level twice because I did not think I could do it 2 times. But I'm still upset because I keep dying to like easy things such as the click of the UFO at like 18, I don't know, and to the duel around the 50s.
Gotcha. Well, you still did very well. You got over 1,000 points. Very, very impressive.
Alright, and that does bring us to the end of this round. So I'm going to go over to our break screen for 5 minutes and we'll get into our final round of the day. However, actually quite a few hours after this one, we will do another stream as well. We are going to play out this final round. We will be back in 5 minutes. And yeah. Okay, we are back. I don't know if there's something getting figured out just as we speak. Right now, Discord is muted anyway, so if anyone needs to continue their conversation, they can. Maybe DM each other. But I think we are good to go over to the main event screen at this point, so I think I'm going to do that. There we go. Alright, so we have our final round of the match. Wild Rose, representing the Void Clan. We see MobileBot, who has actually played already today. Genesis, and then we have Meyrist for Ice, and we have Darkad for Ice as well. So, MobileBot, how are you feeling about this level compared to the last one?
I don't know. They're both kind of bad.
Unfortunate. Moving over to Genesis, how are you feeling about Wild Rose?
I want to play Pale Machine so bad, man.
Well, you don't have to play Wild Rose after this. Yeah. All right.
I thought that too once before, but I was lied to.
Alas, Wild Rose haunts him.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. As for our Ice players, I do want to make sure because I know. I think Darkad is fine to have an interview. I know Meyrist does not want to have an interview. So Darkad, how are you feeling about Wild Rose?
I didn't got much time to practice it, but I did manage to beat it. And I think overall it's a pretty good level, but it's not really consistent. And there is a lot of choke points in it.
Right, okay. I gotcha. Well, I do wish you the best of luck. Hopefully you can get the performance you're looking for. If everyone can hit the restart button or the refresh button under the red X. I know MobileBot's currently in a run. And we're waiting out the end screen. Okay. There we go. Okay. So
I like seeing my little smiley face spin.
we will start our 15-minute timer in 3, 2, 1, go. The 15-minute timer has begun. I'm gonna quickly try help, although I might be a bit slow. Yeah, okay, I was maybe a bit slow. It's fine. The players are deafened. Yeah. Alright, so Wild Rose, our qualifying percentages for this are 28, 42, 70, and 100 as usual. This is an interesting level. I do remember this was played in the 2024 GD World Tournament, I do believe. When we were organizing stuff for that back then. So we have information about our Void players. I'll probably read that right away just as people are getting started out here. Let me quickly pull that up. So for our Void players, we have MobileBot again. We talked about them earlier. Their hardest is Limbo. They've beaten the Plunge, Walter White, Ordinary. They're top 500 on Pointer Crate, and they're good at bad levels. And they did say they don't really like this level. Or they want to.
I also wanted to mention that they find the Plunge to be harder than Limbo, and that they think it is their hardest.
Based. Wait, what? And moving over to Genesis. Genesis' hardest is Shuketsu. They've also beaten levels like Fragile and Promethean. They're terminally addicted to dropping levels and have Oblivion in 2 runs and the Golden in 2 runs. Alright. Right now, I do see MobileBot on a very good attempt here at 70%. So they're in that final 2 times multiplier. We see Genesis also on a good attempt in the 50s. Right now, Meyrist is also on a good attempt, and it looks like Darkad's kind of at the beginning. MobileBot does unfortunately die, but Genesis is still going. So at this point, it is worth keeping in mind, no matter what happens, although right now Ice is in the lead, Void have already won the match. They got the first, this is a best of 3, they won the first 2 rounds. Yeah, fortunately there's not a lot we can do about the screen share, but it is, the points are being tracked. That's what matters. Genesis does actually get a completion already, putting Void back into the lead. MobileBot also already on another good attempt here.
This level certainly is a bit funky. It's got that 2.0 type slowdown at the beginning, which is really funny. But I don't know, it seems pretty cool overall.
I think it's probably the sort of level you'd want to beat once and be done with it. Not the sort of level you want to be beating over and over for practice.
Definitely.
Probably goes for most levels, but some levels are fine. Some levels are tournament levels.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Very close round so far, though. Void
only a
only
96 point gap.
Yeah.
MobileBot currently at 70%, making it into that 2x multiplier.
Could be another completion for Void.
That would put Void further into the lead, and yes, they do get that completion, which puts it outside of a completion game. It's looking like if Void can get a clean sweep here, then in the round of 16 again, they did also have a clean sweep. I do believe Void was against, was it Mlem? Or was that Ice?
Yeah, it was Mlem.
Yeah, okay, so Mlem were against Void. They unfortunately, or not, depends how you want to look at it. Void did have a clean sweep against Mlem. It looks like they might be getting a clean sweep again against Ice. They are the highest ranked team in the tournament, so they are a very, very strong team. They definitely have a very good shot at making all the way to the finals. But we will see.
100%. Meyrist with, I think that's their second death at 79.
Very unfortunate. Just over 10 minutes remaining. ST is waiting. They will be playing later. And about 7 hours from now.
I'm going to take this time to talk about our ice players, starting with Meyrist with the hardest of Kyuki, which I believe is the hardest of today's match.
Wow.
We've also beaten levels such as Snowbound and Solar Flare.
We did actually see StarXV also the hardest of Kyuki.
Oh, you are so right. So tied hardest for this match. And then moving on to Darkad with a hardest of Rust, and they've also beaten levels such as Wazaretta and Quantum Processing. Again, this is still a very close round, though. As it went with earlier rounds, Void is taking a bit of a lead. They're starting to pull away. Especially with Genesis on this attempt right now, approaching that 2x multiplier, and they do reach it.
You'd definitely be looking to get another completion here. Especially because this level does have an end screen that I think lasts a few percentage.
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, okay, yeah, it ends at like 94. Got it. That is another completion for Void. It puts them now over 2 completions ahead of Ice at the moment. It's looking really good for Void if they're trying to get that clean sweep again for the second time in the tournament.
Definitely.
So basically, if Void is progressing to the semifinals, we already know that. Whoever is going to be up against them, I recommend you practice. Genesis on another good attempt again. MobileBot not far behind.
Oh,
where is Wild Rose on a Riddle? You know what? I got a second. I'll have a little look for you. All I know is it's insane tier on the NLW because we use the tiers on the NLW spreadsheet. But I'll give you an exact placement right now. It is 631 on the Riddle.
The only player that's really far right now is MobileBot, and that 1.5 times multiplier.
Yeah, everyone kind of at the beginning, other than that. We also do see though, Darkad currently has like, I believe their percentage is in like the top left of their screen. Yeah, it is. So it's kind of hard to see when like when we get to like that bright part of the level. It's just like basically impossible, but it's fine because again, the mod is tracking the scores and that's what matters.
Exactly.
It is a 632 point gap at the moment. There's 6 minutes 50 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's already starting to look not so great for Ice here in this final round. Especially considering both Void players are on good attempts. The MobileBot does die. Genesis still going.
Genesis on a very
Meyrist
good attempt
also on a
here.
good attempt.
Yeah, both actually very similar. Ooh, Meyrist does die though. And Genesis still going, currently in the 80s, heading right towards that 94% dash orb. And there they go. That is another completion for Void.
This does put them over 3 completions ahead. It is going to be very difficult for Ice to make the comeback at this point. They're really going to have to start racking up completions if they even want a chance.
Okay, sorry about that. Just have to mute my mic for just a second.
Oh, good.
We see MobileBot in the 60s, right about to hit that 2 times multiplier, and they do it. Genesis not too far behind. Currently in that 1.5 times multiplier range, on the way to the 2 times multiplier. Both players for Ice kind of in the beginning right now. And MobileBot gets the completion. I can't tell how annoying or fine this beginning is. It seems annoying. Like having to do that really
I would
slow.
be annoyed by having to play this.
Yeah.
I was just informed that both of the Void players at least absolutely despise the beginning of the level, so that confirms that for us.
Yeah, the beginning just seems like it would just go on. And dying to it just seems even more annoying. Alright, we got 4 minutes 10 seconds remaining. With over, well, no longer over 1,000 point lead, but it's about to be.
Yeah, especially with, yep, MobileBot does die.
So, 1,000 point
Genesis
lead.
on a very good attempt, approaching the 2 times multiplier.
Yeah, and they get there. Oh, and Darkad currently tabbed out. I have no idea what's going on with
actually on a
Darkad's
pretty good
screen.
attempt.
Genesis gets the
Yeah,
completion.
I'm not sure either.
They're just showing a picture of this person. Okay.
Fair enough. And
You know,
Meyrist does die at 86. That said, new best. I'm not sure if they actually haven't completed the level or what, but...
Okay. Darkad's just given up at this point. I would
Darkad
prefer that they
clearly-
did just keep playing, but it is what it is.
Yes, of course. MobileBot getting
does get
another completion for Void.
Alright.
Darkad finally getting back into the level.
Yeah, we got just over 2.5 minutes remaining. Alright, I was a little, that put me, I was a little sidetracked there, especially with that first image, because like it was like so small on the screen. I was like, uh-oh. We're all good though. MobileBot currently in the 50s. We see Meyrist on a good attempt here. We see Genesis on a good attempt. 2 minutes remaining. Yeah, MobileBot. Actually, multiple a lot of players, yeah, all in the 2x multiplier, right? This could be a potential triple completion.
That would be insane. Meyrist does die. MobileBot's still going. Genesis still going.
This could still be the double completion. And it's a double completion. There we go. MobileBot and Genesis, both Void players, getting completions at the same time.
Brings them to over 4,000 points.
For the second time today.
Absolutely insane. Just over a minute left in the round.
And Darkad's just give it up again. Oh, okay. I'm not letting them have this moment, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Meyrist on another good attempt in the 1.5 times multiplier.
They're still doing it. I can see it on my other screen. Little do they know. This cannot be risking anything. And also, I would just prefer that they just play. Come on, now.
Yeah. Genesis does die at, I believe, around 70. MobileBot also with a forward death. All players back in the beginning. It's almost time for their final attempts, as there's just over 10 seconds left in the round.
And I think Darkad's just closed their screen share entirely, breaking the overlay, which I really appreciate. 2, 1, all players are on their final attempts now. I do see Meyrist, yeah, Meyrist is done.
Genesis has died.
Genesis done. So it's just MobileBot now. Unfortunately, the overlay is a little bit broken. If we have someone who's like, okay, never mind, it's done anyway. There we go, it's done. Okay, I'm just gonna do this now. All right, so I'm gonna let Fox talk to these players and announce the standings.
Alrighty, so starting with MobileBot, how do you feel about your performance?
I lost the Genesis. This is terrible for the MobileBot economy.
Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, you still did very, very well. You were only behind him by about 150 points. Anyways, moving on to Genesis, how do you feel about your performance today?
Bro, that last attempt that Mobile was going, I was literally praying for his downfall so I could MVP.
Oh, that's really funny.
I'm just saying, by the way, I'm making a real quick call out. Tech, you're next, bro. You're going down after this.
We request
that is
from
assuming
SG
that
that you specifically match Genesis and Tech against each other. This is personal beef. Not really beef, it's more because we were on a team a while back and lost. And now we need the run back.
Gotcha. Alright. Well, moving on to Team Ice.
I don't think anyone. I know Meyrist didn't want an interview, and I don't even know if Darkad's here anymore.
Yeah.
Darkad, how do you feel about your performance?
I did not great, but we already lost, so yeah.
Completely fair.
Gotcha.
Alright, and that does... Oh, go on.
If I can say GG's to Void, because they were really good, and
you guys played really well,
I think they deserve the win.
It was fun. It was a great match.
Yeah,
thank you guys so much.
Also thank you Treble and Fox for hosting this. It was really fun playing into it, and I hope we could get back on the next season or the next GDCT to try our chance again with my team.
Your team was really good. You just had a really rough matchup because all of Void no, like we have a guy who runs tournaments like this, and more than half of our players are like national team.
I know.
It's in real life.
All right. Well, I do appreciate that. And yeah, that brings us to the end of today's match. That does mean Void does get a clean sweep. They will be moving on into the semifinals. Unfortunately, Ice will be getting eliminated from the tournament, but they do walk away, at least progressing from the round of 16 to the quarterfinals. My music right at the end here is once again just decided it doesn't want to do it. That's fine. But yeah, we're going to end it here. And again, in about just under 7 hours, we will be seeing STVS Fent Clan. So do stick around for that. As for now, goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.